Hey guys, and welcome to another video. So I thought I would do my September haul a little bit early this month, and I'm really excited to show you guys what I got. I tried not to buy books, and then it just didn't work. So I did on haul around 20 books, but that doesn't equal how many I purchased. I purchased much more than that. But I have two piles. I have my graphic novels, and then I have my regular books. So I'm going to start with the regular books first and go from there. So let's get started. So the first one is really a cover by, it's called Ray Bear. It's such a beautiful book, and I've seen it around Instagram a lot. Again, I go into books not knowing what they're about, so I don't really know anything about this book. I don't even know what kind of theme or genre it is, but I'm excited to read it anyways. It's really beautiful, and I'm hoping it's something I'm gonna love. So we'll see, but it's so pretty. The next one I do know something about. So this is The Space Between Worlds, and I got spoiled for this one quite a lot. People were explaining what it's about, so I did see it in a few videos. This was the Illumicrate edition one, so it's signed. It has beautiful purple sprayed edges, and I got this off of a seller online, and I'm just super happy to have it because I love sci-fi. This I know is about an alternate, no, like various alternate universes, and like you exist in each one, and you can actually visit one of those if your version in that world is dead. So that's kind of what I get. So your doppelganger has to be dead for you to be able to visit that world. That's what I understood from some of the explanations, if I remember correctly. But I'm really excited to read this, and it's a beautiful book. So that just makes it even more exciting. This I saw on somebody's booktube channel, and they were saying how much they loved it, and then I saw it on somebody else's where they were saying how not happy they were with this book, like they didn't enjoy it. So I'm on the fence about it. I don't know. It'll be my first Casey West book. I do have another one that I started but never finished. I did enjoy it. I just wasn't in the mood for contemporary. I'm not really a contemporary reader, so I put it on my back on my TBR list for later on. And then when I saw the person that loved it talking about it, it made me really want to read it. So that's why I got this book, and we'll see. I mean, it was cheap. It was like $3, and I don't mind spending that to see if I like a book. So the next one I got off one of those bookstores online. I don't remember which one it was. I don't know if it was Book Depository or a different one. I'm not sure. But it's this a Cinderella Illustrated edition. I love this art. I've seen it in the Alice in Wonderland one, and I actually purchased that along with this, but they ship them out individually. So I'm still waiting on that one. That's one of the books I'm waiting on. But I'm really excited to read this with these illustrations. They're just really beautiful, and I love the creepy aspect of the art. So I'm really excited about that one. And then I couldn't help, I finally caved in and bought the special editions of Six of Crows. So I'm waiting for Six of Crows. It hasn't arrived yet, but I did get Crooked Kingdoms. Unfortunately, this one had a big dent on the, I don't even know if you can see it, but it's like right here, which made me really sad. But at the same time, I paid like 20 bucks for it, which I think for a collector's edition is a good price. So I'm going to sell my other set, which is also sprayed edges, because I'm happy this comes with sprayed edges. So and I know they're doing like the Grisha trilogy in like special editions. So I pre-ordered the first one, Shadow and Bones. So I'm really excited. I hope it matches these when they're side by side, because I hate having these in hardback and then having the Grisha ones in paperback. It's really annoying. So I'm excited about that. And then the next one is one that everybody's talking about and in their hauls and stuff, and that's Cinderella is Dead. It just looks awesome. I'm really excited. I did get spoiled on what this is sort of about. Like, all I know and all I remember is it takes place like 100 years after the whole Cinderella story. So I'm not sure about anything else, but I'm excited because, you know, I guess I got a Cinderella theme here going here because I got the illustrated one and then I have this one, but the cover is really pretty too. I'm really excited about that book. Okay, and then I have no space to put this down on. And then the next one is another Instagram cover by, I don't know why I do this to myself, but it's so pretty. It's so pretty. Look at those edges. And you can't you can't really appreciate the color that well on camera. I mean, it's like this really beautiful teal color, and then under the dust jacket, it's really beautiful. And yeah, I couldn't help myself. And then the other side also has a flower. I'll show you guys right now. It's so pretty. I couldn't help. I don't know. I'm hoping I love this book. Yeah, my heart's hoping I love it so that I can keep it. Because I'm not one of those people that will buy it and keep it just because it's pretty. So I'm hoping I love it. So the next book is something you guys probably won't really care about. It's a Spanish book. It's called Los Hijos del Tiempo. This is by an actress that I saw in a soap opera that I loved so much growing up. It's a Spanish soap opera. It was called Corazón Salvaje, and I loved it so much. And I didn't know she wrote some books when she retired from acting. So I tried to find them. I couldn't find any of them. And then I found one person selling this one. And this is actually a sci fi, so I'm really excited about it. I don't normally read Spanish, but I can read Spanish. So I'm, I'm curious. So I'm really excited. I did pay a little bit too much for this, but it was so hard to find, so I'm okay with it. The next one is a pre-order, and it is Amy Kaufman's and Megan Spooner's The Other Side of the Sky. I love romance in books. I know some people don't. I actually really do. It helps me get more involved in the story. Of course, I don't want it to just be a contemporary. I like it to have those fantasy elements and good plot lines and good supporting characters, but I do love romance ones. So I'm hoping that's what this is. I don't know. But I got spoiled a little bit about what this is. I know it's about a prince and a goddess, and their paths cross, and then that's kind of all I know. So I'm excited. It sounds like something I would love, so I'm really excited. And then the next one I got at the 99-cent store. It's called The Memory of Fire. I know nothing about it. I didn't read the synopsis. I like going into a book surprise, but I love the cover, so yes, it's a cover buy. But look at that. All those little illustrations. Oops, sorry. I can't see for you. All those illustrations on the inside. It's such a cool cover. I'm really excited, and then the fire continues on the back. So I'm really, really excited about this. I don't know what it's about, but we'll see. And then my graphic novels. I'm really excited about these. So I love getting graphic novels of books I've enjoyed, even if they're books that I didn't absolutely love enough to keep the books. But knowing they're in graphic style kind of lets me keep them and continue to enjoy them in a different way. So that's what happened with Mortal Instruments. I didn't know it was a graphic novel, so when I found out, I had to get it. So I got the first and the second volume. I'm still waiting on the third one to arrive, but I did get them, and I love the art on this. It's so pretty. These books I loved when I read them, but not enough to keep the books. They weren't going to be a series that I was going to reread or want to revisit. I do have all of Cassandra Clare's other books, like the main books, not the novellas or the extra books, just like the series, you know. And I do want to read them eventually. I haven't gotten around to it. I hope to someday, but my TBR is like insanely out of control. But this art is so pretty. And then when you open it up, it does have some colored um, character art inside. But after that, it's more manga style. So I was surprised that it said graphic novel, because I always think graphic novels are colored in and are more like comic styles rather than mangas that are black and white. But that's just the way I think of it. So, but yeah, really beautiful art on both of them. So the first few pages are kind of like character arts, and then after that, like the story is just a manga style kind of thing. And then I got another one that I felt the same way I did about Mortal Instruments, and that is The Vampire Academy. So this one is, I think, based on that, because it says a Vampire Academy graphic novel called Frostbite. So I'm thinking those are the main characters from the series. Anyways, I enjoyed the series a lot, and for a long time I kept the books, but I didn't love them enough to keep the books. But I'm so happy there was a graphic novel so that I can have a little piece of it. So that's fantastic. And graphic novels are such a great way of having more space as well, so that makes it nice. Next one is one that I haven't read, but I have, and I'm hoping to get to soon or someday, and that's The Kane Chronicles by Rick Riordan, and like he has graphic novels based off of them. So there's The Serpent's Shadow, there is the Red Pyramid, and then there is the Throne of Fire. And I don't know if there's more or there's going to be more. I haven't read the actual series yet, but I want to. But like, the art is so cool. I'm so excited that they had them in graphic novel. So that's great. Another one that I got was Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And I should explain. I really enjoyed that series a lot. It wasn't one of my favorites. I didn't absolutely love it, but I did enjoy it. And it's the same thing that happened with Vampire Academies and with the Mortal Instruments. I liked it so much and I enjoyed it, but I didn't want to keep the books. And so when I found out they had the graphic novels, I knew I would keep them and it's something I would really enjoy. So this is another way of enjoying Percy Jackson and the Olympians. And so I believe I'm still waiting for another uh, one of these, another volume. I don't know which one it is, but I can't wait to get it. It's in the mail somewhere. Okay, and then they also had some of the Heroes of Olympus. I don't plan on reading that anytime soon, so I don't have those books. But they did have the graphic novel, so I thought this would be a great way to still enjoy it and understand that world, that continued world, um, without having to get those books. So I am happy they had graphic novels. And then the next two are Neil Gaiman books, and it's from the Graveyard Book, and it's volume 1 and volume 2, and I just love the creepiness of these books. I'm really excited to read the actual novel. I bought that as well. That's another book I'm waiting for. So there is quite a few books I'm still waiting for. But I want to read that first before I get into the graphic novel, because then there won't be a point to reading it. But I have a feeling I'll enjoy it more as a graphic novel. We'll see. So I'm just waiting for that book to come. Next one is another Neil Gaiman one, and I don't know much about this book. I bought it because it looked really pretty, and then I started reading comments that it was a little bit, I don't know what I forgot what the comments said, but they weren't very positive. So I'm not sure. I haven't even looked at it yet. Like, I haven't looked in it yet, but I should actually, just out of curiosity. Kind of, well, it's really pretty. Like, it's really, really pretty. I don't know. I guess it's a retelling. Yeah, it's a retelling of Snow White. Um, so I don't know. We'll see. It says it's a chilling retelling. This is great for like October. So I'll probably read that in the Graveyard one if I get it before October. So the next one is The Sleeper and the Spindle, and I got this because the cover is so pretty, and also because I love Sleeping Beauty. I got it, and then later on I read some reviews because I just decided to. I was curious about these. Normally I don't read the synopsis or look at reviews or find out what the books are about if I can avoid it. But this one I was so curious about, and like it had kind of negative reviews though, so I don't know. Like the art is really pretty. I wonder what well, I tried not to read the negative reviews, but I could tell because they were like 1 stars or something. So I was like, that made me a little sad. Okay, the next books are based off of a series I found at a thrift store for like $2 each, and one of them was actually signed, and the other one was signed, but it was dedicated to somebody. And they're like creepy or futuristic kind of takes on Alice in Wonderland. I still haven't gotten around to them, but I keep them because they're really pretty. I want to eventually read them to see if I'm going to keep them forever. But like the dust jacket is actually on the hardcover as well, so you could like get rid of the dust jacket, which is what I did. Um, and that was true for the first 2 books of the Alice in Wonderland one. And then he did another series called Hatter, and I have the first book of that one as well. And that one also had the hardcover thing where the image is imprinted on the hardcover. They're really beautiful books. And I didn't know there were graphic novels based off of the Hatter one, and so I got those. So I think there's a total of 5 or 6. I don't know. I'm going to see right now. But here's one of them, and look how cool that looks. And I am super excited because I didn't know that these existed. Now, this looks like it has like mechanics and stuff in it, so I'm guessing it might be like, I know it's a different take on the story, but I wonder if it's, what's the word? I forget what it's called when there's machinery involved in the story. Oh my gosh, what is it called? I can't remember right now. Something like, oh, I forgot. But anyways, here's the next one. There are two more. So here's the next one. This one was so hard to come by and expensive. I was not happy about that. I don't like spending a lot of money on graphic novels. The most I've ever spent is probably like $10. With these, I actually spent a little bit more on this one specifically, and on the last three I'll show you guys in a little bit. And here is a volume 5. So it looks really interesting. I have a feeling I'm going to love this story. And then the last ones were a surprise. I didn't know Brandon Sanderson had graphic novels. I was looking up his books because I wanted to see if I would buy any other ones. And then some graphic novels popped up, so I got the first two, each for $20. And I was kind of like iffy about buying them, but then they seemed really hard to come by, so I just took the chance. So there's the first one. It's called White Sand. It reminds me of Avatar: The Last Airbender, just based on the cover images. Obviously, I haven't even taken them out, but it also reminds me a little bit of anime. The third book was the hardest and most expensive. I can't believe I spent that much. Normally, I wouldn't, but I have an issue with not having the complete set. It bothers me so much. So I bought it. It cost me like $60. I've never spent that much except on the Saga bind-ups on graphic novels. Usually I get them at thrift stores or used and for real cheap. I mean, honestly, the most I've spent is maybe $10 on one, and that's really rare. So to spend that much on these books, I really am hoping. I love them. But apparently they're really hard to come by, so I'm happy I got them regardless. And I can't wait to read them. So those were everything. That is like my full haul for August and September. I am, like I said, missing a few books that haven't arrived yet, but I mentioned them, and so I'm going to include that as part of the haul. That's about it. And I am really excited and happy with each book I purchased. So it's not like something that I feel guilty about buying. Usually I do. I feel bad that I bought more knowing that I have so many on my TBR. But this time I'm actually kind of excited. So that's it for this video. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.